Good morning, everybody. Great to be out here at Queensland Raceway today with sun above us, and it's a gorgeous day. Temperature's been pretty much locked on the same number for the last 3 days, though. It's in that 17, 18 realm. Got a lot more wind, though, from the south, which will give the cars some headwind to push into as they head down towards turn number 1. As we commence the process to sort out our pole position for our 25th race of the championship season, thanks to Boost Mobile. And that'll be broken into a couple of parts, resulting eventually into a top 10 shootout. So Feeney over Brown, that's the way it was yesterday, but the reason I touched on the damage was Jackson Evans, who's been, wherever the bombs have dropped, he's been there at too many race meetings, and unfortunately they took a lot of damage with car number 12 for SCT Logistics yesterday, and saw him leaving the circuit last night, and he was pretty knocked around by all of that, and he had plenty of friends.
Certainly did. So Jack LeBrock, it's always bad when someone delivers back your Erebus rear wing by hand. So one of the supercar technical people had rescued that from the salvage team and had so much damage down there for that car. Morning, Mark Larkham.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, Scafie, I'm standing down the end of the pit lane right at the exit here and just watching carefully after all the drama yesterday. Everyone was asleep at the wheel. Well, not everyone, let's say half the field. Because, what's going on there? Sorry, Neil, what's going on?
They keep going, Larko. It's just the usual pit lane exit.
Mate, when you go, oh, I go, oh. So the Red Bulls guys are in here last. That's quite unusual. But you've just got to do the math, haven't you, Neil? You need 1 minute and 10 to do a flyer. You need to do 1 minute and 10 a second flyer. They all need the second flyer. So if you don't depart this pit lane with about 2 minutes and 45 to go, you're a rabbit.
Just to put it mildly. Thank you, Mark. Good morning to you, sir.
Always good when you've worked very hard to get that sort of result. Now, young Zach Bates has done a great job. He's come up 17 positions up to third, so that's a great run for him. Will Brown now comes up 6 spots and goes fastest with an 8.6. Kostecki up 12 spots up to 4th. Feeney now, as we've said all weekend, has gone to the top with an 8.55. That's a little bit away. Macaulay Jones, really nice job there to be second. But it's a little bit weird in that the number we saw yesterday was an 8.13, and 8.5 is currently fastest.
James Golding speedy out there at the moment as well. We'll see whether or not he can get up into the key group to progress. Woods position number 20, position number 2, up 21 positions, what I wanted to spit out. Matty Payne's just moved up as well into position number 5. Stanaway, big number, 8.5 for him. Tiny margin, 1/100th of a second over Feeney. Dick Squally moves up, and Golding, that I said was a threat, is indeed a threat. Moves it up into position number 2. Cooper Murray, there's a number for you. 1 minute 8.4, 7/100ths in his favour to be the fastest. But what about those that are trapped below the red line? Who's going to get booted out here? Randall Hill, Cameron Reynolds, Percat, Davis and Crick, and forward. They're those that are struggling at the moment. Lap still being completed. We are not done yet as Will Brown moves up into position 2. David Reynolds gets into the 10. Davison comes up into 12th position.
Feeney
and Brock Feeney, a 1 minute 8.3 after the checkered flag to put a very big emphatic thump on the table to go, this joint this weekend is mine.
Absolutely. Percat gets into the top 18, so nice job by him.
A couple of really impressive step-ups overnight. Both Stanaway and Golding have really punched out some numbers to bring their cars, the Newlon cars, up into positions 4 and 5. Well done. And those that are below the line in positions 19 and beyond, well, we've got Cam Waters. Celebrating his 300th supercar race today. There's nothing to celebrate in that. Wind and a lot of crosswind down at turns 1 and 2. Let's see what they've got. Brown, he's done an 8.6. Feeney to the top on an 8.2. That's speedy. That's right up there near yesterday's number where he did an 8.1. Best of the day so far, 8.2 for Feeney, displacing Bates to position 2. Stanaway's speed is no accident. He gets up into position number 4, reconfirming what we saw in the earlier part of qualifying a moment ago.
Now remember, a lot of people are doing their time on the second lap, so that doesn't serve them well when we get to the Boost Mobile Top 10 shootout later on. But the second lap, and they're going faster already. Feeney's done the fastest first sector, and second, and third.
Macaulay Jones just moved up into position number 4. Brodie Kostecki to position 2. But Brock Feeney adding to what Mark just mentioned, is pressing on with the lap. It's the second flying lap and incentivised perhaps as you were describing it, and he's making ground at the moment. So he's rocketing up to his teammate. When he gets up into the braking area for turn 6, we get our second understanding of the timing reference here, whether or not he can climb further over his own 8.2. We're watching Ryan Wood, 2 podiums so far this weekend for the fast Kiwi. He's been leading the charge for Walkinshaw Andretti United. He had a little moment there in turn 6. The thing just bobbled on him mid-corner. Brown to position 2 on an 8.3.
8.18 for Feeney.
Moved the marker on that second flying lap. Ryan Wood up into 4th position. Watch the red line though. Davison's below it and LeBrock. Murray's just below it. LeBrock now gets in by a whisker.
Zach Bates.
What a number for Zach. Position number 2. 8.2 for him. 7/100ths of a second. That is a massive job.
Anton Di Pasquale goes to the top with an 8.15. Well done.
Speedy number. That is impressive. What a great back end of the second portion of qualifying, but the focus is getting into the 10 and those that don't make it. So this is a knife edge at the moment. How tight is it? Outside at the moment, we've got Stanaway, Payne, Courtney, Jones, LeBrock, Murray, Davison and Percat, and the times continue to tumble. Percat up 3 spots, but it's not enough.
Cam Hill, great job there in the closing stages to get in. He come up 4 spots. He's up to 8th. Ryan Wood stays in the 10, and so does David Reynolds. Has everyone finished? Because it's mad, isn't it?
I think Woody's finishing his lap here at the moment. He's 9th, and is there an improvement on? Yes, 2 spots up to position number 7 to secure. So Reynolds stays in. Big grins inside the garage there for Super Cheap Auto, Zach Bates and everybody at 888 Race Engineering, and that is a mighty performance from a rookie. His very first ever run in the Repco Supercars Championship this weekend, and in qualifying part 2 for race 25, he sits 3rd in the queue, and that's impressive.
Certainly is.
Very impressive performance from him. So it was a 1 minute 8.13 for the fast time poll yesterday on the equivalent soft tyre. Here is our top 10. They get to progress. They play the game for the Boost Mobile top 10 shootout. Everybody from position 11 now through 26. We've sorted out their grid positions for our 200-kilometre race coming up this afternoon. Well, that was intense. Felt like it was a battle for the pole position, but we've still got to do that. So that's to come. We'll look forward to it after this short break.